I think it's really important to love what you're doing, because to have the resiliency you need to hang in there, to be able to be strong in a point of view, I think has to come because you're passionate about what you're saying. It seems like I've always been a member of the forum, but I think the actual year was 1995. And my sponsor was the most fabulous woman, Ellie Elliott. And I adored Ellie. And anything she was part of, I wanted to be part of. Well, in 1995, I was the chief operating officer of the global company of Ogilvy and Mather. And it was very unusual to have a woman in this role. There were a lot of women in advertising, but there weren't a lot of women in leadership positions in advertising. My whole career was an accident. It was a complete accident. I went to Smith College, which was and still is an all-women's college. I had no career aspirations. I was in love with a man who 44 years later is still my husband, and he was in medical school. One of us needed to work, and to work in the commercial world when I graduated from college in '68 meant that you were going to be typing. I must have looked so crestfallen when once again a typing job was suggested that this woman said, "I'll bet if you got an MBA, they couldn't make you type." So 4 days after I graduated from Smith, all women, I went to Columbia Business School, where I was one of 4 women in a class of 275. And I fell in love with it, actually. I fell in love with marketing. When I went to Ogilvy, I loved that. And so I just fell into something that I loved and that I was passionate about. It never felt like work to me. I don't know very many successful people who are not doing something they love. I really don't think a woman leads differently than a man does. I think there are certain characteristics that women have that help make them good leaders. I think women tend to be good listeners. Women don't need to be the smartest person in the room and have all the ideas. I think women are inherently generous. I think they share the problem. I think they share the solution. And I think they share the applause. And that tends to make people want to work with them. I think one of the great things about the women in the Women's Forum is that we're so different one from another. You know, the most interesting backgrounds, different jobs, and yet when we come together, we all talk about some of the similar challenges that we face, just in leading our organizations and also in trying to balance all the parts of our life that are important. You walk into a room and all of a sudden you see these women who you have admired for years, and they're all in one place, and there they are, and they're all part of the Women's Forum, and you go, wow, of course.